Hey guys, how are you? This is Jim from the Pain PT, and we're going to talk today about this concept of hypervigilance versus letting what comes come. And there's a big difference here because when we have chronic pain or any type of chronic symptom, a lot of times we develop this habit pattern of looking for symptoms in the body, of going to the body part with our mind, with our brain, and searching for the body or being on alert or always sort of trying to notice what's happening or searching or seeking in this sort of way that's not very healthy. It's not a very laid back, relaxed way, right? It's more of this sort of concerned, worried, fearful way of operating. It's called hypervigilance. And people with trauma, people with PTSD, people with chronic pain, people with chronic symptoms can develop this pattern where we're actually searching for symptoms. We're actually looking for danger. We're looking for threats and issues that might be there. Now, this idea of hypervigilance, we know that it causes more pain. We know that it actually increases symptoms because we're putting our awareness and looking for sensations. We're looking for symptoms. We're going to them. It's like we're going out towards these body parts. And a lot of times, what we do is we end up hyper focusing on a certain body part. Okay, so we're zooming in or honing in on an area of pain, let's say, or area of symptoms, where we're just aware of that. We're like consumed by that part of our body where there's symptoms. And that's hypervigilance, or we're looking out for that symptom or pain to be there, even when it's not. Now, the other side of the coin with this, the flip side, is when we actually let a symptom come up to our brain versus us going down into our body looking for it. Okay, so it's like a different direction now. So the opposite direction is just letting what comes come. Okay, so this is letting a symptom or a pain come to you, come to your brain, versus you looking and seeking for it. And so it's very different. So this is the opposite of hypervigilance, where we're just noticing what's happening when it happens. Okay, instead of seeking it out or looking for it. And so this means our awareness is more broad and open, and we may notice a pain, we may notice a symptom, but it's in this broad sense of it's come up to us. Like we're just doing our thing. We're living our day. We're being open. And we might notice a symptom. We might notice a pain in this total awareness of our experience of whatever we're doing. And then we can have sort of an interpretation of it in our mind when we notice it. And as we talked many times before, that interpretation should be that it's okay. Okay, now the opposite with hypervigilance means that we're actually looking, we're going down into the body consciously and seeking, looking, searching always. And that's different because we're doing that out of a sense of fear or worry or concern. We're not doing out of a sense of it's okay. So this concept of letting the direction of the pain or symptom come to you versus you going to it is really important, because a lot of times we don't realize we're actually just in hypervigilance a lot of the day and around our symptoms. And we need to teach our brain essentially to pull back into this general broad awareness and let the body's sensations or symptoms or pains come to our brain. So we just are aware from a broad sense. It's a different direction. It's coming up versus going down, which is hypervigilance, going into the body. So I hope that makes sense. I want you to catch your guys when you are in this hypervigilance and see if you can pull back. Just relax from this broad sense of, okay, whatever's happening will happen and I will notice it when it happens. I don't need to look for it or seek it out. If it happens, it's happening. It's not that I'm actually seeking for it or honing in on it. Okay, so practice this concept. It's one of the key pieces for chronic pain and chronic symptoms is this hypervigilance. All right, take care, everybody. We will talk to you soon. Bye bye.